Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is January 26, 2019, and it is my 33rd birthday. And I am rocking some long locks that you will see in my next video. How I got them and why I got them. Yeah, so today is my birthday. It is my 33rd birthday. Wow. 33. Woo, that's a hard one. So, I thought I would do for this video, ignore my dog, this is normal. I've seen with the younger generation more like 22, 19, 23, and it was the 33 things I've learned in 33 years. Well, that's what I'm doing. And I just thought it was a good video. I was like, I've experienced some things, I've gone through some things, I've learned some things, so why not share them with you guys? Just a little disclaimer though, this is things that I've thought about in my life. What worked for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for you guys, but it might be something you want to implement in your lives. You're more than welcome to, but this is just things I've learned that if I could go back, I would tell my younger self, or things that I've implemented to make my life easier. So this is 33 things I've learned in 33 years. Or a lot of time we get consumed with thinking we need to be a certain way. We see someone else doing something and we compare ourselves, think we're not being good enough. You just get really hard. Like, I know myself, I used to get really down on myself and really have a hard time understanding why I couldn't, why I wasn't making that much money. Why does this person get it easy in life? Why did this person get this job and I didn't? How come they make more money than me? And I learned that, honestly, we're all different. We shouldn't all be expected to be the same person. And that as long as you're doing the best that you can do, that's good enough. And having more confidence in myself and not comparing myself to someone else who may be 10 pounds lighter and saying, why can't I look like that? I'm accepting who I am. Hoi, 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 hoi. What I mean by this is, one of the biggest flaws I have in life is holding on to things that have hurt me, that have changed my path, unexpected things that have changed the course, whether it be I can't have children, having cancer, or friendships that have ended. So what I've learned from it is that I need to start letting go of things, take what it has done, understand why it happened, learn from it, move forward, and let it go. And I try to stay on the positive side of it, but sometimes it's hard to accept that things happen for a reason, and that is taking the time to grieve it, accepting that some things will never be the same. I hold a lot of guilt, and it's okay that some things aren't going to be the same, whether it be friendships, whether it be relationships, whether it be a job, whether it be a health scare. I just have to learn to move on, and that it's okay that things will never be the same. And I found this a lot in past relationships, or even with family and things, that I may think I did something really great and I did really awesome, and then someone will critique one little negative instead of saying, that was great, you did awesome, or thing they bring up as a negative aspect or pick something apart negatively opposed to doing something nice. I used to look on a daily basis that I was nobody, that my friends were more popular, I was just sit back, I didn't know how to put myself in those situations and, be more open and not really living life to the full potential. I just thought I was supposed to be in the backseat, and that's what should be. There's a lot of pressure in society to stack up, and it makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. But I've learned to accept that I am who I am, or your social circle is not as big as everyone else's, you don't have as many followers, or you're not as liked. But at the end of the day, you need to know who you are, and you need to know that it's okay that not everyone's going to be happy, because you don't know why that person is angry. They may be taking something out on you and you don't really know. So going into that with a negative aspect on a negative aspect doesn't create a good atmosphere. So know you are good enough. If you keep waiting for something to happen, girl, you're gonna be waiting your whole life. So make it happen. And I think that's self-explanatory, so period, moving on. This is something that after surgery, I felt like I was in a rut. I felt like I was here, but I was not here. I felt like in this moment, if I'm sitting here, I'm really sitting behind me and I can't really control what is happening in front of me. I always thought you had to be, I came back trying to be happy, positive, and just full of life and loving life. But on the inside, I was dying a slow death, miserable, depressed, full of anxiety. I get social anxiety now. I don't like going out in big groups. I don't like really going out and doing things. And I was trying to find my happiness by putting myself in situations, working extra, going to the gym, trying to hang out with friends, trying to do things, trying to submerge myself in my relationship. And I was hurting myself because I wasn't making myself happy. I like to give to people. So what I thought was making me happy, and it really wasn't, is I was trying to give to other people. I was trying to help other people. I was trying to do things for everyone else, thinking that would make me happy. And then I realized I really can't help someone be happy unless I can make myself be happy. So I spent a lot of time looking inside for my own happiness. What makes me happy? What motivates me? What makes me pull through? And what are my strengths? And once I found that and found my happiness, it's easier for me to give to other people and then hopefully receive it back. Your own happiness, whether it be you need to go talk to someone, whether it be you need to go to a doctor, maybe prescribe something. But make sure you're taking care of you. So I was reading an article, I don't know if it was on Facebook or on Google. Don't know how reliable it is, but they say technically only 2% of people will actually follow their dreams and go for the things they really want in life. 2%. I thought, you had to get a job, you had to make money, whether you're happy or not, you have things you have to do, but maybe you're not overly passionate about it. You feel stuck in a rut, you're just not really happy. So I've taken some time, and the one thing I did is I wanted to do this YouTube channel for about 3 or 4 years. It took me about a year to make my cancer storytime video. And that was, I think, around last April. I filmed it many times and deleted it. So this is something, I don't expect to get anything out of this. This is just something like a journal and a diary for me. But I find that you have to be willing and be able to, experience new things. Put yourself out of your comfort zone. It may take a little bit of work. I'm not saying your dream is going to come true tomorrow. Quit your job and do that. But following and doing something you're really passionate about, taking the time to go for something. You may not succeed. It may lead you down another path you didn't even know you want to take. At the end of the day, you have one life to live, and if you spend your whole life regretting things you never went for, it kind of goes the same thing with dreams. If you say, and then you said, I should have did that, and then you hold that grudge and that guilt. If you feel you should do it, because all it ever is if you don't, you know the outcome. It may be a great thing. It might be like, why'd I do that? But at least you did it. You won't have that feeling, what if I did that, or what if, or you'll know either way. So that is one thing I have learned, is go after your dreams, just like I said before, and believe it. You want it, you work for it, you get it. Okay, so in my early 20s, we went out a lot. We were really into the going out scene. And I always thought I tried to make as many friends. We went out. I always was trying to get people to, follow me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram, or, trying to message and trying to be like, why are they talking to that person more than me? We were all hanging out. I had this in my head that I had to be friends with everyone. All honesty, I have a small group of friends and I wouldn't change it for the world. I can be open. I deserve honest friends who will tell me how it is. I deserve friends that are honest, real, support me no matter what, how much time goes by, that they are there for me. And the bigger circle, those are acquaintances. I always thought they were friends, but those are acquaintances, people that just have the same interest in you, but maybe not, they're not going to be there for you if, you get stuck and you need a rut. Those good people, you need a tight-knit group of a trusting, honest, communicative, and that's all you need. And for years, I don't know why I didn't think like this. And I feel a lot of time I need to hide my emotions because I feel like people will tear you down, but I can promise you that what you're feeling is a valid reason. There's a reason you're feeling that way, and you can feel that way. You don't need to feel like, sometimes are people like, oh, get over it, like especially cancer. Oh, you're cancer free, get over it. It's in the past. Okay, I should just get over it. Have you ever experienced that? Are you able to have children? I see you have 3 kids. You still have your ovaries. You still have your fallopian tubes. You still have the possibility to have more kids. Did you have cancer? Did you all of a sudden your world change and you couldn't give your husband kids? No. If you have not lived in that person's shoes or gone through the things that they have gone through, you do not have the right to tell them, get over it. Sorry, overheated there. See, I'm allowed to feel the way I want to feel. But you don't have the right to tell them how they feel. You can say to them, like if I see someone's upset, I'm like, I'm really sorry you're feeling that way. Is there anything I can do that maybe will make it better for you? Okay? But you don't have to hide your feelings because you're worried of how someone should react. If they're reacting that way, again, they shouldn't be in your close grip circle. So, bye. Feel how you want to feel. Let your emotions out. This is another thing I've learned, especially after my cancer. Life is short. So, don't be afraid to live it. I've really learned this. I started doing a lot more things once I knew. In that moment, it made me realize how little time you really have. And that scares me. Don't worry about the stupid things. Let them go, like I've said earlier. Fall in love, regret nothing. Past year, I learned a lot of people are not always going to like you. Not everyone's going to agree what you think. Sometimes people are going to talk about you. Sometimes people are just, they don't like you. Or they say mean things about you. Or they talk behind your back. I honestly used to care what everyone thought, and then I had to try to please them and make up to it, and really tried really hard to please those people. And now I realize you don't deserve to be in my life, and you deserve the door. So that's something I think from a young age, like I held, if someone was mad at me or someone said this, that I really held it to heart. And if they don't want to like you, that is okay. That's their opinion. That's fine. But I'm going to move on and I'm going to live my life. So I've learned more about me and I'm okay with me. And as long as I'm doing good with me and I'm good with myself, it doesn't matter what they think. So this is something I thought I had to get married, do this, have kids, and I was always, again, a people pleaser. So I never really knew what my own worth and what I wanted out of life, especially as a young, I'd say 19, 20, really didn't know who I was and what I wanted. I felt like there's certain things, like I said, in society you were supposed to do. But what it really boils down to is know what you want in life, striving to get what you want in life, and succeed in your life. That goes back to finding your happiness in a sense. You know, don't settle for doing things in life that don't make you happy. People find too that you need to find one exclusive thing that makes you happy, and that forever thing is gonna make you happy. But the truth is, life is about balance. It's an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. And honestly, it can last a few seconds, it can last a few hours. So you don't have to take all your happiness and put it in one basket. You have lots of baskets to share. I don't know if that is a reference to anything, if that even makes sense. Thoughts, your values, your beliefs shape your experience of the world. If you give power to a certain circumstance, that circumstance will have power over you and control your life. You decide what you give power to. Those are things that will dictate your life. Salt looks like sugar. Let actions speak louder than words. Need I say more? Said this earlier, be nice to everyone. You don't know what they're going through. They could be going through a really difficult time. They could be treating you horribly. But I always say actions speak louder than words. So how you act towards someone, whether they're being good to you or bad, that is okay. As long as you were nice to them and did all right and took the situation and took the high road, as much as it hurts, I think it's something to be said. You don't know what has brought someone to there. Like, a lot of people don't know my story. And they could be homeless, or they could have just lost someone, and they're showing that emotion. Like I said, don't be afraid of your emotions. Doesn't make it right? No. But at the end of the day, you have to treat people the way you want to be treated. This is my downfall. Just like I'm going for a checkup exam next Tuesday, this Tuesday, because I guess Saturday? Holy boys. And I'm stressing to the max, anxiety attacks, having a hard time using the washroom, TMI. And I really shouldn't sweat it because I don't know the outcome. I don't know if everything is all right. I don't know if I'm still clear, if there's something growing, is there not. But I can't sweat the small stuff that I don't know. I have to learn to let it go. And if it comes, you deal with the situation then. And that's something I've really worked on, because I was holding, what if, if you do this, this could happen, or this. I get into my mind too much. If I can't control it, I have to stop worrying about it. I have to take a step back, roll with the punches, and figure it out. And this goes back to friendships. Losing someone is not always a sour loss. And I don't mean actually losing someone in life, as in they passed. I mean, maybe a friend or someone that used to be in your life. And sometimes that loss gets rid of a lot of negativity and it brings in a whole new positive outlook. We lose people every day, every hour, every second. Not everyone in our lives is going to stay there forever. Not everyone is expected to stay there forever. Sometimes it's not a loss. And it goes back to finding happiness. And I'm using this happy word, and apparently I'm trying to make myself happy. But, period, you deserve to be happy. And if you don't feel happy and you've tried many approaches, then maybe you should reevaluate and figure out. And that's what I did. I had to figure out what my happy is now that I can't have kids. And I think I found it. Did I find it in you? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. What? Hello? Say hello. Hello! Always at my side. So that's something that I found that is happiness is my bugaboo. So, period. You deserve to be happy. At the end of the day, you have yourself. So you have to be able to be in love with who you are. At the end of the day, yes, you're married. Yes, you have a family. Yes, I'm a grandmother. But at the end of the day, it is you. And you need to love who you are. Finally in a good place, physically and mentally. Yes, I feel that it's very important to have strong relationships. I've learned that I have to learn to love myself and know that I'm enough, if that makes sense. I'm a strong believer now that everyone that comes in your life comes for a reason, whether it's good or whether it's bad. There's a reason they are on your path, whether it is to teach you something or make you realize a different aspect. I find everything happens for a reason now, and I am a strong, strong believer in that. I never used to be, but now I am. The best things in life are free. You can agree with me, but I 100% believe the best things in life are free, whether it's just spending quality time with your friends, not buy happiness and love as much as people think you can and give people gifts and gifts and gifts, and they think that's making love. That is not. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. You can't buy my love. So if you've gone through things and you found that person was really horrible to you, or that person, you don't even understand how you were friends with that person or relationship. It was so toxic and negative, and it was abusive. Not saying I was ever abused, but mentally abusive, or whether it be that you deserve, or I should say is you should never become that person. And it is, I can't let cancer define who I am. I thought I had cancer. It took something big for me. It ruined my life, that, life wasn't going to go on. And I've learned that I can grow stronger. I can learn, like I said, learn from these things that hurt you. How can I make it better? How can I make an impact that this doesn't happen to someone else? That maybe my reasoning for getting this is to prevent someone else from this life-threatening disease. Or it gave me a new meaning on life. I cannot let the emotion control me. I need to control my life. Hey guys, and yes, my hair's a little different. I'm wearing a different outfit. It is later in the day, and hubby is upstairs now cooking, so I didn't want to continue to do it up there. That is why it's a little darker, and I do apologize, but I had to work in between, and there's just things, in life that you gotta do, and the day is about me, so, you have to take some time for yourself. So, we'll continue. So now we're on number 25. It's not about the amount of friends you have, but the quality of friends you have. In today's society, friends seem to be based on a number, how many followers you have, how many people follow you, how many people like your pictures, how many people comment on your pictures. But in all honesty, that doesn't mean those people have your best interest at heart, or will be there for you when something happens. And I can say I have the best small group of friends that I know if something did happen, will be there for me, will drop anything to be there for me as I would for them, even with their schedules not being able to see each other as much as we'd like to. Find that group of friends. It's about quality over quantity. Say the same thing at the gym. Number 26. In all honesty, I've learned that this one really from Ellen, when she's trying to spread love and happiness and joy opposed to the negativity, and the world needs a lot more love. And that's all I'm going to say about this. Ellen DeGeneres has taught me a lot on love, and it's not like relationship love. And this is something I'm truly guilty of, is I am afraid of hearing no. I wouldn't ask something for a day off, say for be from work or something, worried about what the outcome would be, that the answer was going to be no, and for some reason I couldn't mentally prepare to hear that answer, so I would just do something and sacrifice through something because of that. In all honesty, if you don't take that chance, the outcome is always going to be the same. It is never going to change. Like I said, I used to get very anxious about this, and I really couldn't work myself even up to ask the question. And I've learned over the years that just because the answer is no, doesn't mean the end of the world. Life will go on. I feel in today's society that If you're seen alone, or even I feel in today's society that if you're seen alone or want to spend some time alone, that you are doing something wrong. But in all honesty, I feel it is the best thing ever to be in your own mind, your own thoughts, taking the time for yourself and not having to care for everyone else, and making sure that you are taken care of. You know yourself better than anyone, so go do stuff for yourself, like going to breakfast, going to a movie, going on a hike. You really can get in your own thoughts and your feelings if you spend your time alone, but if you're always around people and doing things, sometimes it's hard. Like I said, I bubble things up. So taking some time for yourself and taking the time to figure out what is right for you is not a bad thing. This is something that I usually have a feeling, well, what if this happens? Well, what if this happens? Or I don't know if that's a good idea. And at times I used to go with the flow and go with everyone and what they thought. But then I realized that if I don't feel comfortable with the situation, I don't put myself in this situation. Anytime you have to second guess something or truly doesn't feel like a good idea, more than likely is not a good idea and you shouldn't do it. And you probably should walk away from the situation. Even when you feel like there's no place to go and why does this always happen to me, and you feel like there's nowheres to go and you've hit that final edge and you possibly get any worse, keep pushing forward. It may take some time and it probably will be extremely hard, but I promise you there is light at the end of the tunnel. Always tell your family how much you love them and how much they mean to you. Life is short and you honestly never want to regret anything. You cannot physically, this is something that took a while to understand. When I heard news or something happened, I didn't react the best way and didn't really think about what I really should be reacting to. And that is that you physically can't control what happens, say it be bad news, a tragic event, or a life alternate moment. The only thing that you can control is how you react to it. Don't mean it has to be their chapter 6, but everyone is in different stages in their life and different journeys in their life. So you can't, if you're starting in, let's say, a weight loss journey, you can't compare yourself to someone who's been doing it for years, is very athletic and very fit, and wonder why you're not getting the same results as them. They've put the work in, they're on a different stage in a different chapter in their life than you. And if you compare yourself, it really, like for me personally, it would make me feel a certain way. It would get under my skin. It would make me angry. It would make me disappointed, and that what you're doing is wrong and that what they're doing is right. But I've learned that that's not the case. This year I'm focusing on letting go of what other people are doing, focusing on what I am doing. I am on my own journey and I'm the captain of my story. So, with that being said, I hope you have enjoyed my almost deep and personal and on where my growth in my life is right now. There's physical aspects, things I do. Maybe I should have washed my face more as a kid. Maybe I should have, not smiled as much to get wrinkles and things that you just know, or hit physio when I was a kid, not the things that they have now. But I want to get more personal. Thank you for celebrating my birthday with me, but it's time for me to go and celebrate another year of life. So I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.